Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Talk Show. I am Dr. Nik Nikam. We are delighted you could join us. We have a fantastic program planned for this evening. We are going to be talking about Meenakshi Temple in Pearland, Texas. Before we go into that, we would like you to download our app, which is NNN Media for both Android and Apple devices. And there we have links to our YouTube, Google Hangout, and Facebook accounts. While we are talking about YouTube, you can visit our YouTube. Our channel name is Nik Nikam, that is Nikam, where we have more than 700 videos accenting our Indian experience in the Houston area. And also, you can visit our Facebook page, which is Nik Nikam Network, where we keep you abreast of what is happening in and around the Houston area and from around the world. Today, we are going to be talking about Shri Meenakshi Temple, which is one of the original temples built here in the Houston area, and it is in Pearland, Texas. And my special guests are Srikanth Venugopalan and Padma Gola. Gentlemen, welcome to Triple N Talk Show. We are delighted to have you. Okay, let's start off, Srikanth, from you. Give us a little background about the Meenakshi Temple.
Yeah. So Meenakshi Temple was told is one of the Shakti temple that was built in North America.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the Shakti temple, which is the main deity is the Meenakshi from Madurai, basically.
Yeah, you can come a little bit.
Yeah, Meenakshi and we have Lakshmi. So both are Devi oriented temple that was built back in late 70s. Actually, that's what this temple is about.
I remember because I came to Houston in 1980, and I think that was maybe the only temple in Houston, if I'm not mistaken, at least in the southern part of Houston.
That is
because
true.
Everybody from Sugarland, you used to come to the Meenakshi Temple.
Right. It was started as Ganesha started
That's
very
right,
small, very small
yeah.
with few individuals started together, sat together and planned that out, and it become a big and huge right now. Actually, if you can see that.
Gola, is this built on like any particular temple in India, like a replica, or is it what was the?
Well, apparently, when they started looking at it, they wanted some affiliation, so they started with the Madurai Meenakshi temple.
I see, yeah.
And they went and asked them for advice on how to do the temple, and our first priest came from the Madurai temple.
Madurai. Yeah, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, right behind us, we are testing for our first time our television, which is reflecting some of the gods and the goddesses which are housed at the Meenakshi Temple here in Pearland, Texas. And from the days of one Ganesh Murti to 2015, I guess we come a long way, haven't we?
Didn't we? Yeah, we did. We did.
Tremendous progress, and that's what we're going to be talking about, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching a Triple N Talk Show, and it is coming to you live on YouTube and also Google Plus. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and also Google, and perhaps also our Facebook page, which is Nik Nikam Network. We are talking about Meenakshi Temple in Pearland, Texas. Okay, let's talk about where is temple located and the contact information. So if somebody wants to get to know more about the temple.
The temple actually is in Pearland, like you just said, Pearland, Texas. It's a suburb of Houston, actually, if you really see that. And it's about 25 miles south of downtown Houston, actually. And the physical address is 17130 McLean Road, Pearland, Texas 77584. That's the address, physical address.
Okay.
And the phone number is 281-489-0358. The website address is www.emeenakshi.org.
Oh, okay. You just started mentioning about some of the gods that are there. Now, maybe you can give us a list of all the different gods that people get to see when they come to the temple.
Well, there's a lot of them. So we started with Ganesha, and we built the original Ganesha small temple, and then they moved on and built the big temple with. So it started with Meenakshi, Sundareswara, and Venkateshwara, and a small shrine for Padmavati.
Yeah.
But it's for people who may not know. I mean, there's some confusion about the different names.
Yeah.
Meenakshi is an avatar of Parvati.
I see.
Sundareshwara is Shiva.
I see.
And so for people to connect, so those are the main deities. And then we have a lot of the corner temples that were built. I mean, so you started in 82, the main temple was built, and then somewhere in the 90s they started building the corner temples. So they built the Rama temple, the Hanuman temple. So one corner has Rama and Hanuman, and another corner has Navagrahas.
Navagraha is the nine gods.
Nine gods, and a lot of people believe in. They see there's some people have what is known as dosham, and a lot of people pray to control that in order to prosper. But then we also have Durga in one corner, and Ayyappa is a very popular god in one of the other corner mandapams.
Okay, tell us a little bit about Ayyappa, because most people are not familiar. If somebody from our other castes or ethnic groups are watching this.
Ayyappa is, it's a they call it another way to say that is kind of a Sabarimala, is they say. So there's a Sabarimala, and there is a god Ayyappa sits in that. The tradition is people usually during the winter time, just right now actually, and they do go through like a 45-day. They call it Viradam. They don't eat. They do a lot of pujas almost every day. There is a group also in Houston. They do that almost. I think this is the 35th year or something like that. And they do that, like every day they come and do a bhajan. They do, they meet and do the pujas and abhishekams for Ayyappa. And the end of that, they call it Irumudi. They go through a 1 day a long pujas where they carry the Irumudi and then take it to the Ayyappa and do a abhishekam there. It is a pretty elaborate event that they go through for 45 days, and it's amazing to see.
And they also follow rituals. Essentially, they're not supposed to eat meat during that whole period. Not drink, and
they very strictly follow that the tradition actually. And
I think they're brahmachari.
Well, they're supposedly brahmachari. I mean, they're very strict.
Right?
They're supposed
and you also have a concert hall or a room, right? Tell us about what are all the things, how big it is, and what are all the things that can be done there.
So the one that we have adjacent to the main temple is a Kalyana Mandapam, which is very popular actually.
That's right.
That we could basically, that hall is built to set up basically for a marriage. Right. We can do homams. We have big what do they call it? The suction where you can take the homam out. Traditional marriage hall. And you don't find them anywhere in Houston actually. If you can see traditional, Indian traditional marriage hall, and that's
that is true, because a lot of temples have like dining halls and all this. Yours is the only one. Plus, you also have a stage, so
there
you got
is a stage,
lot of
basically.
Concerts.
We do.
And classical musical programs going on. Our Houston Kannada Vrinda had quite a number of functions.
Exactly. And also we have a big, we call it a youth center, which is a big open hall for dinings and stuff like that. We have all the other mini halls around that facility. It's a huge facility if you've been there. It's like last I heard it's like a 30-acre land with at least 10 acre filled with buildings.
Acres. And I know the reason we gathered today is to talk about the big Kumbha Abhishekam that is coming up this weekend, right?
Yes.
We're going to talk about that in a couple of minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching, of course, you saw that emblem there, Triple N Talk Show. And this is coming to you live on YouTube and Google Plus. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channels. We have more than 700 videos accenting our Indian experience here in the Houston area. And also we have a Facebook Facebook page, which is Nik Nikam Network, where we keep you abreast of what's happening not only in Houston, from around the world. And of course, we are going to be talking about the Meenakshi temple today and its upcoming, one of the biggest functions, I should say, in the last 35 years, which is going to be the Kumbhabhishekam, happening on 29th of November at the main temple. Okay, let's talk about some of the services that are rendered at the temple. So if somebody is new to town, so they'll get an idea as to what to expect.
Well, the temple, as you know, it's mainly a Hindu temple, and so the offerings are based off of what you would probably want to call cradle to grave services. So
I
they
see.
when they're
That's a good way to,
beautiful.
you don't want to use those words, but
that's a perfect way to explain that. I
so
think he's right.
what we are looking at is when child is born, they come and
I see.
do a naming ceremony in the temple, and then they come back and do an annaprasana. They feed the baby with the first
I see.
first pieces of I guess food, and then they also remove the first pieces of hair in the temple. So
okay, let's talk about that hair removal, and it's pretty famous in South India, Tirupati temple. Give us a little background about that.
Well, the normal tradition is, I believe, around the first birthday you're supposed to get some hair offered to the god.
Yeah,
and they do come. I've seen. I was talking to some family. They were running around saying, "We need to. This kid is going to have a haircut, and he needs to have a shower." And I was saying I didn't know that we offer showers, but apparently there is a shower that is designated for the kid's haircut. That's right in front of the Ganesh temple.
Oh, that's
so people can get the haircut and take a shower and then go on and do the puja.
That's fascinating. So what are the services? I know you talked about marriage ceremonies.
I mean, anything to do
engagement.
With anything to do with the Hindu religious services. I mean, I can't think of anything that we don't do. Let me put it that way. Let me put it that way. So we do pujas, special pujas. And I think Padma put it very well, actually. You start from the young to the old.
Plus, your priests also go to various wedding ceremonies outside the temple.
We do provide outside services where people can call them and invite them and do the pujas at home. Pujas, all the pujas, like Satyanarayana puja, you have Ganesha puja, you have Abhishekams that you want to do in the name of your parents or somebody. I mean, almost every service that you can think of that you've done it in India. You will be able to do it here. We never say no to anything religiously you want to do. And also, obviously, we do marriages. We have Punyagava Janams, and you have I mean, Simantam, all of it.
That's
all the religious services we do.
So, what are the temple hours?
The temple hours are 8:30 weekdays, Monday through basically Thursday. Actually, Friday has a different time schedule. So it's 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And it opens back up again after 5:30 p.m. and at 8:30 p.m. These are the hours Monday through Thursday. Fridays is slightly longer hours. We have 8:30 we open up again and then go up to 12:30, and then we start and 5:30 again and go all the way up to 9 p.m. is what the Friday timing is. Weekends we open 8:30 and it's open all the way until 9:30 p.m. And also the Saturday same way. And the holiday times we do special holidays. We do open the temple up for services, all the services. But we do car pujas. I mean, we do all the services that anybody can think of. We do it. Again,
well, the temple hours are for the temple, but there are people who are coming a lot earlier in some. I mean, I've known of priests having to perform services at 5 a.m.
I know.
Sometimes they go to somebody's house, sleep overnight, and do a Gruha Pravesham in the morning, early morning.
Those are temple hours, like he was saying. I mean, but we do give services like 7, 8. There are services, the rituals that they do. I think one of the things that they talk about is Sradhams and stuff. They do earlier. For the older people, they do Shraddam.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of that or not.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Shraddha,
So the annual, I mean, every year
Yeah.
death anniversary type of
That's what- yeah.
so rituals that they do on a different timings, and that happens
see.
outside the temple. So
That's yeah.
that happens, different timings. So
That's fascinating. So how many visitors would you say you get in a month, something like that?
oh,
Any?
that's well, I mean, on a event days, for example, Diwali.
Yeah.
Usually
Yeah.
it's like I have seen anywhere from 2,000 to 7,000 people come
I
in
see.
and out.
That's a
All
pretty
through the
big
day.
gathering. Yeah.
All through the day, and
Yeah.
that requires, because the reason I'm highlighting that is that requires a lot of planning, right?
I know.
We got to have a parking, we
yeah.
do elaborate planning for those type of events. But in general, what I've seen is, in a busy weekend, I'm
Yeah.
thinking, about an entire weekend, I would say 1,000 to 1,500 people on a busy weekend.
Yeah.
People just come and go.
I know this is one of very, very busy Hindu temples